From MTN Sports, this is Bobcat Replay.
Well, just outside the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, everything's coming up roses for a pair of Big Sky programs as the Portland State Vikings look to keep momentum in what they're calling a season of opportunity. Today, welcoming in the number 3 ranked Montana State Bobcats, who are off to a historic start. As we welcome you high above a windy Hillsborough Stadium, everyone. Once again, alongside the former Montana State and Montana defensive coordinator Ty Gregorak, I'm Ben Creighton. Grace Lawrence will also join us from the field coming up shortly. Ty, there's many reasons why you and I love covering the Big Sky Conference. You got national title contenders, epic battles, and even upsets. And no question, the current standings show how fun this Big Sky slate has been so far.
Well, it's been awesome. I mean, Montana had, maybe a softer type early season schedule. That being said, they took care of business against a top 10 team in Idaho last week. It was awesome to see. I got to be a spectator off. Like you said, it's a little windy, but it's sunny and it's not raining in the Pacific Northwest. It's a great day for football, Ben.
I was going to say, as long as it doesn't rain, we're good. All right, quarterbacks. You've got a pair of signal callers who not only can throw the ball, but can also run as well in Tommy Millott and Dante Sachary.
Yeah, what an incredible matchup of two true dual-threat quarterbacks. You can see Tommy Millott here. I tell you, after watching him, and the entire nation got to watch him last week against the Vandals, he's been doing a heck of a job being an efficient quarterback. He's not turning the ball over. They're limiting his runs. See here, when he does run the ball, he is hard to stop, Ben.
Yeah, 261 yards last week against Idaho. And for Dante Sachary, not only the defending Big Sky, but also the National Player of the Week.
No question. I mean, after watching that game last Saturday night in Bozeman, I would have just assumed it was Tommy Millott. Then I saw this guy's stats. He's had a great career. He's just battled injuries. Now you're seeing a healthy.
From MTN Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
Conference championship. They're trying to make a run in the playoffs and maybe get to Frisco, Texas. When you got great teams like that, is to have all your dudes helping you get there. Tough luck at defense.
Portland State won the toss the second half as we are underway here in the Tualatin Valley, as Montana State will let it go in the end zone, and the Bobcats will start from the 25-yard line. So and the first give to Scottrey Humphrey as he churns up the middle.
Awesome job by those guys on defense this year.
Yeah, both tied in the Big Sky for tackles per game this season. Again to the ground game. Scottrey Humphrey tunnels through, and a foot race and gets tripped up inside the 40-yard line.
And those guys get their touches, they take advantage of it.
Again out in the flat. Henley. The 5.
Being said, they've got still getting up 566 yards a game.
And too easy for Humphrey, just trots into the end zone. The Bobcat board here in Hillsborough.
Yeah, just when we start to try to give them a little love on basically, this massive hole here in the middle again. Just inside zone, fantastic job by the O-line.
So now 3rd down and 7 for Portland State, deep in their own territory. Sachary all alone in the backfield, pressure coming, just has to get rid of it, floats it up, incomplete, but there is a flag thrown.
Yeah, this it's probably going to be a roughing the passer here.
Yeah, that defense right now 6th in the entire country in 3rd down percentage defensively. Sachary trying to get to the edge, turns the corner, and he will pick up a 1st down with his legs. But again, you saw the strength of Sachary.
Well, yeah, they'd like to see how defenses are going to adjust. It's going fib here, formation into the boundary.
Sachary trying to make something happen, barely gets rid of it, incomplete, and a turnover on down. Play action, Millott with a strike over the middle, and rumbling inside the 35, Hunter Province. 2nd and 7 as we wind down this first quarter. Millott escapes pressure, just dumps it off into the flat. Down the fringe, speaking of big tight ends, rumbling into the end zone, Ryan Lonergan. Touchdown Bobcats, but there is a flag back at the 22.
There are 2 fouls on the play. An eligible receiver, offense number 66, that penalty is declined. Offensive pass interference, number 14. 15-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
As that will end the first quarter here at Hillsboro. The Portland State defense looking for a stop on the other side. Quarter number 2 coming up from Hillsboro right after this.
From MTN Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
The Bobcat offense on third downs tops in the Big Sky, 55% this season, looking to convert again on 3rd and long. Malott, quick stride to the far side. Junior Alexander gets wrapped up and a couple yards short of the 4th down. 4th and 2. And Portland State holds. So again, the Portland State offense gets some momentum going after that stop. Right up the gut, past the 40, near midfield, near the 45. A big run there by DeLon Thompson, their power back.
You got to keep it pretty simple. It's either going to be pressure it or drop back in zone. They do. They drop 8.
A ton of time for Sachere with a strike incomplete. That one intended for Eric Denham. Again, Idaho last week, who has a strong defense, didn't have any answers in that regard.
Yeah, no, I mean, right now, 7 weeks in, the answer, Ben, is you pray.
And see, you got the passing attack. Taco Dowler cutting back inside. And Taco Dowler continuing to make big plays. Nobody is going to stop him there as he takes it all the way. Touchdown Bobcats.
Taco Tuesday on Saturday, Ben. Big time play from the young man from Billings. The gateway to the West, the Magic City. He's been nothing but electric. Nice job by Tommy keeping his eyes downfield, and then the rest is on number 14, Taco Dowler.
Yeah, Julius Davis expected to return soon for Montana State. On 3rd and 11, Sachere eluding, mazes his way through, trying to avoid a couple tackles, throws on the run, and he's got a man, and a first down for Portland State. Nice find to Brandon Alvarez, but again, another flag thrown.
Well, okay, hear me out here, Ben. And I've been talking about this now for multiple weeks, but if you watch Polidor here at the end of the play, they got to stop doing this defensively because they might be looking at targeting here. Watch here at the end. I don't know. We'll see what the call is.
It is confirmed. Personal foul targeting defense number 2. Number 2 is disqualified. The foul's still offset, so it'll be 3rd down.
Yep, so Drew Polidor. Again, you expect guys to step up because even Bryce Grebe isn't playing today. Sachere unloads, and that one almost intercepted right through the hands of Simeon Woodard. Here 2 weeks ago against UC Davis, and then getting the win last week on the road. On the handoff, Scottre Humphrey with open space. Dancing, shakes loose a defender. Scottre Humphrey down the fringe and pushed out of bounds again.
Shift back into a power pair to the field.
Scottre Humphrey goes north-south. Once again, punches it in. Scottre Humphrey, the top running back in the Big Sky. Puts up 6 more for Montana State.
Big plays and penalties against the number 3 team in the country are going to cost you every time. And they did just there.
Just following that Donjoy Mafia once again, that offensive line.
Yes, they are. The Donjoy Mafia, you know, again, and he's been in the league a long time, Ben.
10 years with his Portland State program as a head coach. Sachere nowhere to go and ripped down in the backfield.
And that's just great coverage by the Cats, Ben. I mean, my goodness. Great coverage there by that Cat defense.
That one almost blocked. Taco Dowler will call fair catch this time and gets absolutely body slammed.
Yeah, you know, I just mentioned about a couple minutes ago things are getting chippy. I mean,
trips on the near side for the Bobcats. Malott will scoot, getting to the edge. and runs out of bounds. And again, Tommy Malott just continues to tear up the turf.
But see, even
from safety to corner during the UC Davis game a couple weeks ago. It played extremely well. Jared White spins from a tackle and past the 25 to the 24. When are you going to take me fishing out of Montana?
you know, you got to, when you get to my age, Ben, you got young kids, you got to pick and choose your hobbies. I like golf and motorcycles and my kids.
Tommy Malott with a strike, wide open, and another touchdown for Montana State. Jared White gets into the end zone, and Tommy Malott again showing off that new arm that he's got this season.
Well, I think the arm's always been there. I just really like what Tyler Walker is doing with this young man, and giving him high percentage throws. Kind of a misdirection type play as a defender. That being said, I was just talking about Portland State's defense hopefully getting a stop. Now you're looking at 28-0. He's a special player.
Two-back set, Sachere, play fake, climbs the pocket, and goes down. Brody Grebe.
The Cowboy from Melstone, Montana, finally gets on the board today.
Malott unloads. Rohan Jones with the catch. And the tight end slash fullback rumbling, trying to get into the end zone. He'll break the plane. Touchdown, Montana State.
Backbreaker, Ben. I mean, that is backbreaking. There is nothing worse as a defensive coach than to get scored on right before half. Okay, they're driving. They called the timeouts. Maybe we hopefully keep them to 3. But that right there put this thing at 35 here shortly. It was an interesting replay we just got there, Ben.
Well, there you go. I mean, you just look at Rohan Jones.
Big time play, man. Big time.
As we go down to Grace Lawrence, who's with Brent Vigen.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. Coach, Scott Humphrey, a career high in this first half, 160 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. What's making him so unguardable?
Well, I think it's big holes. I think we got things schemed up where we're using motion well. I think our guys are blocking well. I think Scotty continues to see it the way he should, and he's running real hard.
Thanks, Coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no question. Scott Humphrey just tearing up the turf in that first half. A big lead for the number 3 team in the land. Halftime coming up right after this. 35-0 lead.
From MTN Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
Ready to roll for the second half here at Hillsborough Stadium. Brandon Hall will kick it away as Portland State will get the ball to start this third quarter, down 35-0 against number 3 Montana State. And see if Portland State will return this one. And nope, they'll once again let it fly into the end zone. So quick strike, Sachere, he's got a man. And a first down for Portland State. Tanner Beeman with the catch.
It's been first half dominance the whole way out.
Sachere unloads and intercepted. Miles Jackson, the hometown product, again playing right back in his stadium where he played his high school ball at Central Catholic, making a big play in front of his friends and family. And the starting offense back on the field here in this third quarter. The first give going to Jared White as he busts through the hole past midfield and into Viking territory. So again, it's been a rough afternoon so far for Bruce Barnum's bunch. Malott on the run, finds Taco Dollar again. And gets to the 25. From the 20 for Tommy Malott in the offense. Ty McCullough motions. They give it to him on the sweep. McCullough will get wrapped up for a 28-yard field goal try.
I mean, at this point, you got to look at this as a win for Portland State's defense, just to hold them to a field goal. which they did.
Yep, right through for Sandstead.
Ben, I'm here with Daniel Hardy, former Bobcat great, now doing big things in the league. How does it feel to be back on this Montana State sideline?
It feels amazing. Some of my little brothers are still out there playing. Couldn't be happier for them. Love to see the Bobcats win, man. And especially, in the home city where, I grew up in Portland, so just it means a lot, and I love to see the program still doing great.
Yeah, you've been making some really big plays for the Bears. How has Chicago been treating you? How's the league been?
I love Chicago. It's probably one of my favorite cities that I've ever lived in. Fantastic food, fantastic environment. I love the team, love the locker room. Coaching staff is amazing. So, we got some momentum going into the, this second part of the season after the bye. So, looking forward to capitalize on it.
Yeah, a brotherhood of you Bobcats in the league. How tight-knit is it with all the other guys?
Oh, very. I mean, there's a few of us up there. We're always checking in on each other, making sure we're all doing good, giving each other props when we see them doing good. And, just the same brotherhood that we had in the locker room at MSU is the same.
I know Ty Gregorak was your defensive coordinator when you were with the Bobcats. Best Ty Gregorak story?
Oh, man. Probably the time he made me do rolls for being late to meetings. Yeah, I had 500 yards for being late. Fell asleep in the locker room. So, but, love Coach Ty. Great coach. Fiery competitor. Great leader. So, love you, Coach. Big shout out to him.
Thank you so much, Daniel. And Ty and Ben, back to you guys.
Straight away for Miles Sandstead. And now it's on to the lead. 41-0 as we wind down this third quarter.
I mean, it's a real challenge right now. I mean, they come out to Hillsboro, which is about 15 minutes, 20 minutes away from their own campus, and it's just, like I said, it's kind of uphill sledding, and you feel for Coach Barnum because he's a good coach, been in the league a long time, and it's tough.
That'll end the third quarter here at Hillsboro Stadium. Domination for the number 3 team in the land. Fourth quarter coming up on the other side.
From MTN Sports, you're watching Bobcat Replay.
I did do a little bit up here, though. But, yeah, I'd be fuming.
To the outside, trying to turn the corner, going for the pylon, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Portland State. DeLon Thompson rumbles in for the first score today.
You got to play 2 of those every year, and then what makes revenue for a program? Well, filling up a stadium. And if your stadium's only 4,000 or 5,000 or whatever it is here, they're not making a lot of revenue by coming out here to play.
That one good from Miles Sandstead from 44.
Chasing a title, and just got to eliminate some of the foolishness in these ball games.
Pascal takes off himself, and he'll scoot into the end zone. It's the junior from Glendale, Arizona.
Played a good chunk of the third quarter, and then they started pulling off the dogs.
Wilson will take a knee. Yeah, overall in the running game, 324 yards on the ground for Montana State this afternoon.
All right, Taco, a 44-7 win. You had an amazing 57-yard touchdown. Take me through that play.
Ty did his job. He kind of picked for me a little bit, and I caught the ball and kind of turned it into a punt return, tried to not get tackled, and it worked out.
Tommy Malot's firing on all cylinders, pass game, run game. What's it like playing alongside him?
Special. He's special. Everyone knows it. Everyone that knows him knows he's special as a human being, as a football player, but as a leader, he's just a special person.
8 games, 8 wins. What makes this team so consistent?
Every day is a new day. We don't let one play dictate our next play. We don't let one day dictate our next day. We don't let beating Idaho dictate how we come out today. We just want to play.
Thanks, Taco. Enjoy the bye week.
Yeah, a big stretch coming up to close out the regular season. Like you said, a bye week coming up for the Bobcats. Our next broadcast will be 2 weeks from today when we're on the Red Inferno when Montana State takes on Eastern Washington. But for today, that will do it from Hillsboro Stadium. For Grace Lawrence, Ty Gregorak, and the rest of our always terrific Scripps Sports crew, I'm Ben Creighton saying so long from Hillsboro as number 3, Montana State takes down Portland State 44-14. So long, everyone.